All right. So, all right. Where to start? Basically, I took a break today. I decided, I'd make that challenge video about the monsters. Like, whatever. I'm gonna take a nap today. Maybe because I crashed a little too hard and drinking all these. No, but in all seriousness, I did. But basically, I got the three courses, the hooks, whatever you want to call them, for the three tracks that I wrote. I gotta rehearse them a little bit more, get it a little bit more polished, just enough to where I can, consider it a rough draft, because I sat there and recorded it. It doesn't, like recording me rapping it over and over and over again. I was like, man, I'm gonna embarrass the hell out of myself. I'll put that up there. So I don't mind embarrassing myself if it's for a good reason, but that was just like shit plopped on a, middle of the street, butthole naked, and it's in the middle of winter time. And I don't know. Anything else you can imagine it being the most embarrassing thing to add on to that, plop it on there. But I want to do, there's a bunch of things I'm doing, man. But album reviews is what I'm going to start doing a little bit too. I'm going to start with Insane Clown Posse, since they've always been out of, like, my top five influences are ICP, my dad, my brother, myself, and I'm gonna say Linkin Park, actually. So I definitely want to start out with them guys. Violent J's solo album, because you got Violent J and Shaggy Duhhh. That's the Insane Clown Posse. Insane Clown Posse. Anyway, I've listened to them since I was like 10. I've known who they were since I was a kid. Like, since I was like 6 or 7 years old. Matter of fact, I was 6. I know it. So or 5. We were right about to start moving to Minnesota, because we moved when I was back in '98 from Hanover, Maryland. But there's that, and but yeah, it's called Wizard of the Hood. Violent J, Wizard of the Hood. Phenomenal album. I don't want to say too much. Definitely one of my favorite albums ever. And then Shaggy Two Dope, his newest solo album called Professor Shags and the Quest for the Ultimate Groove. Another phenomenal album. It's I don't know if they call it an EP or an LP, because it's 8 tracks. I don't remember what the, you know what I mean, but it's good. It's really, really good. Clown Boy. And then I want to do Twisted, Wicked. One of the few albums I can listen to from the beginning to the end and be like, that was awesome, and just keep going and keep listening to it. ABK's Dirty History. I definitely want to do that, but these are the ones I'm doing first. Like, there's so many albums that I'm gonna review, it's ridiculous, but those are the ones I'm gonna start with. And Blazy Dead Homies, One Less G in the Hood, the original, not the deluxe edition, but the original. Start with Zug Island's first 2 albums, which is Cracked Tiles and 333. Their Dopest Bangers album. I want to do a review for that, but I'll leave that for later. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to do more like Mars and, of course, Linkin Park. I definitely want to review all 3 of their first 3 albums, with Hybrid Theory, Meteor, and Reanimation. Amazing albums, man. If I could get everything back right now, which I'm going back to work next week, so I'm gonna finally start making music again. But this time, it's gonna, instead of me looking at it like it's, practice and we're doing it, like, of course we were still putting a lot into it, but we were, like, everybody was under the impression for the most part that, do the best you can, but keep in mind, when we go to do it professionally, we're not gonna sit there and, it's gonna be professionally done. Like, everything is gonna be like a real studio, like, not, you know what I'm saying? So, and if I gotta sit there and take an extra 2 days on a track, and so what? You know what I'm saying? I don't mind putting extra time as far as I go, because if the end product, the album or whatever it is that they're doing, ends up that much better, so what? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for watching. I just, in all honesty, the fact that things have gotten to the way they are now, like how much better it is than what it was, is ridiculous. Like, I'm so happy. It's ridiculous. Like, the fact that I'm doing as much as I am and I'm working as hard as I am and I'm getting results is the best thing ever to me. Like, before, I was putting every bit of effort I possibly could into things, way more effort than what I'm doing now. And it was all behind the scenes, though. But when you saw things, it was like once a week I'd put something out, or even 2 times or 3 times a week. Not like I am now, where it's every day. As soon as I got an idea, I'm like, yeah. But there's no process really to it, aside from me, putting it up online, all that good stuff. So I'm getting used to just throwing it out there, whether people like it or not, and just being myself. You know what I'm saying? So anyway. Yeah.